A colossal alien battleship looms over Earth, a silent harbinger of impending conflict. Inside the battleship, Lieutenant Vex stands rigidly before Supreme Commander Zorthak, her violet skin betraying her anxiety. Vex reports with rising alarm. Supreme Commander, the declaration has been transmitted. The humans, they're laughing. Zorthak, his reptilian eyes blazing with fury, stares at the holographic Earth, a vibrant sphere of blue and green amidst the cold void. His scaled face twists in disbelief and rage as he whirls towards Vex, demanding, "Laughing? They dare to laugh at the might of the Zorgan Empire? Is this some kind of human trick?" Vex responds with a chilling calm. "Sensors detect no deception, Supreme Commander." They appear genuinely amused. Zorthak, eyes blazing with fury, slams his fist against the console. "Insolent mortals. They will soon learn that laughter is no defense against superior firepower." Zorthak roars. "Prepare the invasion fleet. We will wipe that laughter off their faces," Vex speaks. "But, Supreme Commander, their reaction, it's illogical. Perhaps we should analyze their behavior further?" Zorthak retorts. "There is nothing to analyze. They have shown disrespect. Now, they will face annihilation." In the dimly lit command center, tension hangs heavy as the Admiral sits, a statue of grim resolve. The metal of the chair groans under the crushing weight of his grip, mirroring the immense pressure of command. Amidst the hum of the ship's systems, the Admiral remains motionless, a beacon of unwavering determination. In the heart of the command center, the Admiral stands, his weathered face etched with deep concern. The heavy silence is broken only by the low hum of the ever-present machinery. His voice cuts through the stillness. "Replay the transmission." The view screen reveals Admiral Tessa Monroe, her short auburn hair framing a face of serene strength. Her presence exudes authority, her ocean-deep eyes reflecting wisdom and resolve. The Admiral watches intently, her expression as unreadable as the deepest sea. In the war room of the Crexian warship, Commander Zorthak's hardened gaze pierces the silence. Across from him, Eva maintains a calm posture, despite the tension filling the room. Eva challenges the Crexian commander's declaration. "Let me get this straight. You, the mighty Crexian Empire, are declaring war on humanity because we refuse to give you mining rights to an uninhabited rock on the edge of our solar system?" Inside the Crexian warship, Zorthak's secondary heart pulsates with mounting indignation. Holographic displays flicker, revealing images of the disputed asteroid, its worthlessness starkly highlighted. Zorthak declares with imperial authority, "We are the Crexian Empire." A lonely, desolate asteroid drifts silently through the infinite void of space, an insignificant speck against the backdrop of cosmic indifference. From the inky blackness, Crexian warships emerge, like predatory shadows, their ominous presence looming over the tiny asteroid. The camera lingers on the asteroid, highlighting its absolute worthlessness, a stark commentary on the futility of interstellar conflict. In the vast expanse of space, a terrifying armada eclipses the light, casting Monroe's planet into shadow. From the lead warship, the Admiral's chilling ultimatum echoes across the stars. "We have conquered 12 galaxies," the Admiral declares. "Surrender or face extinction." In the heart of the command center, Monroe stands with quiet strength before the holographic display of the invading fleet. Monroe smiles faintly, undisturbed by the Admiral's threat. With unshaken serenity, Monroe reveals the true nature of the treaty. "We've been watching you for the last 1,000 years, she says calmly, "studying your tech, monitoring your tactics. The treaty wasn't for our protection, it was for yours." Around Monroe's planet, energy fields shimmer to life. Unseen guardians stir from centuries of slumber, ascending to challenge the invaders. The once vulnerable planet undergoes a breathtaking transformation, morphing into an impregnable fortress of light and raw power. Chaos erupts on the bridge as the Admiral confronts the staggering misjudgment of their mission, the once imposing fleet dwarfed by the planet's might. On the metallic bridge, silence descends as 50 high-ranking officers await Zorthak's command. The bridge extends into the distance, a stark reminder of the uncertain path ahead. Anticipation and unspoken fears fill the air as they await Zorthak's next move. Science Officer Krell shares a hushed, intense exchange with Zorthak, his expression a mask of confidence tinged with nervousness. The subtle hum of the bridge's energy field underscores the gravity of their high-stakes gamble. With a determined look, Krell whispers, "She's bluffing." Director Lormar strides forward, the mechanical clicks of his exoskeleton echoing through the bridge. Director Lormar speaks, confessing, "Supreme Commander, our intelligence on humans is limited. The treaty restricted observation." His admission casts a shadow of doubt, highlighting the perils of their current strategy. On the bridge of the Krexian flagship, Fleet Admiral Dex stands before the imposing Krexian warrior, Zorthak. Dex suggests hesitantly, "Perhaps we should send a scout ship." Zorthak bellows, his voice shaking the bridge. "Cowardice! We are Krexian. We do not scout, we conquer." On the Krexian flagship bridge, Dex speaks, his face etched with concern as he begins. "But Tiff the human is telling the truth." Zorthak's fury erupts. His fist slams down on the command console with earth-shattering force, silencing all dissent as he shouts, "Enough!" Zorthak rises, a looming figure of power, and commands, "Prepare the armada. All ships, all warriors. We will darken their skies, boil their oceans, remind them what it means to defy the Krexian Empire." On the Krexian flagship bridge, officers scramble in controlled chaos, answering to Zorthak's every command. Zorthak's intense stare fixes on the smirking human face, a challenge blazing across the viewscreen. The Krexian armada initiates its warp sequence, tearing through space-time as it hurtles toward Earth, heralding destruction. In the war room, Zorthak, an alien commander of imposing stature, stands rigid before a holographic display that flickers with images of Earth's primitive past. Grainy images of early humans wielding crude weapons flash across the screen, showcasing the stark contrast between Earth's past and Zorthak's advanced technology. Zorthak observes with a gaze that combines disdain and curiosity, his expression a mask of complex emotions. In Zorthak's war room, an alien science officer nervously approaches. "Commander, we've detected unusual energy readings emanating from Earth." The holographic display flickers, revealing complex energy signatures pulsating around Earth, signaling a threat unlike any other. The readings are unlike anything we've encountered before. Zorthak stands amidst the cold, futuristic war room, surrounded by holographic displays. He dismisses the information on one display, yet a flicker of doubt clouds his eyes. "In just 1,000 years? Impossible," he demands. "Run the analysis again. There must be a mistake." Zorthak sits on his command throne, radiating an aura of invincibility. Holographic displays shimmer around him, showcasing the vastness of his armada. Director Lormar speaks, a note of disdain in his voice. "Human military capacity? 50 million soldiers, 10,000 primitive spacecraft." Zorthak stands tall in the communication room, awaiting contact. The screen flickers, then Admiral Monroe's image appears. Monroe's voice echoes, "One more thing. When you come, bring something interesting. We've been stuck here 1,000 years with nothing to do but prepare." In the solitude of his private chambers, Zorthak stands, the cosmos stretching endlessly behind him. He grapples with Admiral Monroe's haunting words, a visible tremor of unease rippling through him. With dawning horror and disbelief, Zorthak whispers, "Doubt." On the bridge of the alien warship, Zorthak sits, reviewing the cold, hard data. Zorthak speaks with conviction. "The numbers don't lie." Lorak voices a stark warning. "There's something else. Humans respond to threats with aggression. It makes them unpredictable." Zorthak dismisses Lorak's worries with a swift gesture, his authority absolute. "Psychological quirks won't save them from plasma cannons," Zorthak declares, his voice echoing across the bridge. He commands, "Set course for Sol, maximum velocity." The stars blur as the warship lunges toward Earth, emerging from hyperspace. An alien armada descends upon the Sol system, an ominous blockade forming against the backdrop of Earth. Zorthak stares out at Earth, a flicker of unease crossing his face as memories of human laughter echo in his mind. The grim determination returns, battling the apprehension within Zorthak as he steels himself for the coming conflict. The invader spaceship bridge vibrates with a guttural thrum, alien officers silhouetted against the sickly green light. Navigator Zell announces, "Pluto orbit in 5 minutes." Communications Officer Trill reports, No transmissions, no defenses. Their system appears open. The invader spaceship traverses the silent expanse between Neptune and Uranus, unchallenged. Zorthak relaxes in his command chair, his rigid posture softening as he anticipates assured victory. The initial anxiety fades within Zorthak as he believes victory is at hand. In the vast expanse of space, the spaceship approaches Saturn, its rings subtly distorted. Krell reports, "Commander, anomalous readings from Saturn's rings." Zorthak demands, "Explain." Krell responds, "They're moving against expected orbital mechanics." Urgent warnings flash across tactical displays, signaling the beginning of an unforeseen crisis. Rings of what appeared to be harmless ice and rock begin a terrifying transformation before the crew's disbelieving eyes. Krell stares intently at the unfolding events. "They're not ice and rock." Zorthak watches the monitors, his face hardening as countless crafts emerge. They're ships. The bridge hums, the crew readying themselves for what lies ahead. Monroe's confident image fills the screen, a symbol of unwavering control. Monroe's voice resonates. "Welcome to Sol, Commander. I see you brought the whole family." Zorthak's enraged voice cuts through the calm. What is the meaning of this deception? On the bridge of a Crexian warship, Zorthak stands, his presence radiating cold authority. Zorthak turns to his tactical officer, a smug look on his face. Zorthak gestures expansively, his arrogance filling the bridge as he speaks. "Oh, not deception, preparation. 10 billion ships, built over centuries. Your people still build by hand? How quaint. We automated the process 800 years ago. One ship every 1.3 seconds. Do the math." In the vast expanse of space, the Crexian armada initiates a devastating assault, unleashing the might of 100 zero-capital ships upon the human fleet. Human ships execute maneuvers of impossible precision, evading blasts with balletic grace. A visual spectacle unfolds, revealing the unmatched agility and advanced maneuvering capabilities of the human fleet. On the Crexian bridge, Krell stares in disbelief, witnessing impossible maneuvers. Krell's face registers dawning horror as the strategic trap is sprung. Krell whispers, his voice filled with dread. "They're not manned, autonomous." On the bridge of a Crexian battleship, Monroe and several Crexian officers stand, the air thick with anticipation. The Crexians' faces are etched with worry as they observe the human fleet looming outside. Monroe speaks, his voice steady amidst the tension. "Correct, the swarm, fully AI. They've been simulating your tactics for 900 years. In the vast expanse of space, human ships surge forward, an unstoppable tide against the Crexian fleet. Blasts of energy streak from Crexian vessels, yet the human ships remain unscathed, phasing effortlessly through their defenses. A Crexian officer stares in disbelief, whispering, "Not a single human ship was hit." In the vast expanse of space, Crexian ships are obliterated, their once formidable structures dissolving into nothingness. Monroe's voice echoes with chilling authority. "Phase shift technology. We developed it from quantum mechanics. Let's just say, your defenses don't matter." The Crexian officers, faces frozen in disbelief and terror, confront the stark reality of their utter defeat. On the warship, Zorthak, the formidable alien commander, watches the view screen with reptilian eyes and a ridged brow. Monroe's voice echoes from the screen. "Wise choice. Your ships are free to leave." Zorthak's clawed hand tightens, and he declares, "This isn't over." In the command center, Monroe leans back, a smirk betraying her confidence. Zorthak's image flickers, his anger palpable as Monroe dismisses his actions. "Of course not. You're just repositioning." Zorthak, taken aback, questions, "You speak our language?" Monroe retorts, "All 317, including your 22 classified military dialects." Zorthak trembles, his face contorted with disbelief and fury. Zorthak's voice cracks with outrage. "You've been spying despite the treaty?" Monroe retorts coolly. "The treaty banned physical proximity. It didn't say anything about remote observation." On the bridge of the Crexian flagship, the imposing Lormar dominates the space with his sheer presence. Monroe stands before Lormar, his small stature a stark contrast to the towering Crexian commander. Lorimar's voice booms, filled with scorn. "You mock the greatest empire the universe has known." On the Crexian flagship bridge, technology pulses with a low thrum, yet tension crackles among the officers. "Muro de Clares. Greatest? In territory, maybe, but not in tech, science, medicine. You're centuries behind," Lorimar retorts. "No species advances so quickly." Amidst the black void, damaged Crexian ships retreat, leaving trails of ionized gas. On the bridge, Monroe reflects. "Most don't, but most don't have our mix of short lives, curiosity, and existential dread. Fear is a powerful motivator." Zorthak warns. "Commander, their ship's energy signatures are unlike anything we know. Even with automation, building billions of ships would exceed a solar system's resources." In the sterile Crexian war room, Commander Zorthak confronts a chilling spectacle. Enemy ships materializing from nowhere. His officers whisper, their faces mirroring Zorthak's dread as the impossible unfolds on the screen. Zorthak's voice trembles as he speaks the unthinkable. "They've mastered matter conversion." Zorthak paces restlessly before the holographic display, his face etched with worry as alarms blare. The holographic screen illuminates the room, revealing an endless armada of enemy ships. Zorthak halts, his voice heavy with dread. Infinite ships, infinite soldiers, infinite war. In the Federation Admiral's office, Zorthak sits across from Admiral Monroe, the room a testament to the Federation's advanced technology. Zorthak's voice strains with desperation. "Admiral Monroe, why was the treaty signed in the first place? If not for protection?" Monroe responds with a calm, almost pitying expression, delivering a harsh truth. "Honestly, pity." On the sleek bridge of Zorthak's spaceship, Zorthak faces a holographic projection of Monroe. Zorthak's voice resonates with quiet determination as he declares, "We will return. We will learn. We will advance." Monroe responds with earnest hope. "I truly hope you do. There are threats out there that neither of us can face alone." Zorthak leans forward, his brow furrowed with a mixture of intrigue and skepticism. Zorthak questions, "What threats?" "We have encountered no power greater than ours." Monroe responds cryptically, "They don't want to be found." "Not yet, but they're watching." Zorthak's ship appears insignificant against the vastness of the human fleet. The human ships move with precision, creating a swirling formation. The coordinated movement generates a gravitational anomaly, distorting space. Navigator Zell exclaims, "Did they just make a planet?" In the dimly lit chamber, the air crackles with unspoken dread as figures huddle around the massive table. One of the counselors speaks, his voice heavy with disbelief and confirmation. "He did. Every detail." The room grows heavy as the narration indicates. The council grew grim. Vexmar stands tall at the ornate table's head, his commanding voice echoing through the stone chamber. Counselor 2 expresses uncertainty. "Yes, but they offered no details." Zorthak breaks his silence with certainty. "No, they had no reason to lie." In the council chamber, Vexmar turns, his gaze drawn to Zorthak as tension fills the air. Zorthak rises, his authority silencing the counselor's murmurs. "I propose we learn," Zorthak clarifies. "Not abandon, postpone." Zorthak stands in the command center, surrounded by the eerie glow of alien technology. Webb smiles, his confidence cutting through the tension. "Nice defenses. Love the Cygnus mines." Alien officers stand rigidly at their posts, their eyes fixed forward. Inside Zorthak's command center, Webb presents a small, intricately carved data crystal. Webb speaks, his voice steady. "Admiral Monroe sends her regards. I come with assistance." Zorthak eyes the crystal warily. "What is it?" In Zorthak's command center, Webb mirrors Admiral Monroe's calm demeanor with a serene smile. Webb explains with measured confidence. "The complete scientific and technological history of humanity. Everything except weapons." Zorthak's voice cuts through the air with a sharp, questioning edge. "Why?" Admiral Monroe stands tall, sunlight casting long shadows across the faces of the silent delegates. He speaks, his words echoing in the tense silence. "Because evolution needs competition," he continues, his voice unwavering. "We want you not as enemies but as colleagues." In the conference room, Vaxmar leans forward, his face a mask, his gaze locking onto Admiral Monroe. A barely perceptible narrowing of his eyes betrays the intensity of his scrutiny. Vaxmar cuts through the silence with a sharp question. "What threats, precisely?" Admiral Monroe hesitates, a flicker of doubt crossing his face. Admiral Monroe glances at his aide, seeking silent confirmation. "Specifics will be provided as trust is established. For now, understand that these threats jeopardize both our civilizations."